Welcome, students of Room 19. This is a video presentation on how we expect you to be working with your buddy class, working on an ornament, painting ornaments with a buddy in the classroom. Because we don't want problems to arise. You're going to be selecting an ornament. There's many different choices. You're going to be selecting an ornament with your buddy, and you are going to be the facilitator. You're helping your buddy to paint the ornament, not taking over and running it all on your own. So you're going to pick an ornament with your buddy. You're going to get some paints to use, and a paintbrush. Me, of course, I'm doing a star. Why? Because the Dallas Cowboys, they have a star for their emblem. If you use a thin layer of paint, it'll dry quickly. You don't want to paint a big thick gob of paint, because otherwise that takes a long time to dry, and then if you put a different color on top of it, it'll blend in with the other color and mix it all up and make a mess. So you definitely don't want to do that. So here I am painting the outer layer of my cowboy star. So here I am painting my star. I'm making sure to get the edges as well. You want to get the edges. Julian, are you paying attention? Hey, listen up. So you got to make sure that you get everything around the edges of the ornament as well. And remember, you're going to be working with your buddy. Your buddy is going to be painting if they can. If they're nervous, they're shy, they don't want to, then you can help them out and assist them, do parts of it for them. But you should be letting them try to do some of the painting on their own. If it turns out a little bit sloppy and messy, that's not a big problem. Remember that they're little kids, so they can get away with it. Okay, so not a big deal. So I've got my first layer all around on my star, and now I'm going to start my second layer. So I'm going to be blending some paints in the little paint area, making sure not to make a big mess. So I want a lighter shade of blue to do on the middle part of the star. And then, again, a thin coat of paint so that it dries quickly, especially for those of you that are going to be doing different colors of paint, one on top of the other. You want a thin color of paint. Give it a blow on it to get it to dry a little bit quicker if you need to. Details, obviously, here's a big brush for big areas. You're going to want to use a little smaller brush when you get down into the smaller portions of your ornament. Use your water. And again, get all the detail, the little edges. The edges, sometimes people forget about the little corners of the ornament. So you want to get all that part in there too.
Okay, I guess we should start my base coat, huh? It's going to be good.
So, Mr. Plate is doing a cowboy star, which is pretty simple, and I'm going to do a horse, of course. And one of the most important things about doing a really detailed ornament is to paint your base coat all one color first. So I'm going to paint my horse all one color. I'm going to just do it white since we already have white here in the boat. Important to have something over your work surface like newspaper or something, because when I went around the edges of this, I just kind of got a mess all over the paper. So that's okay if you're using newspaper. So now my base coat is all white, and even if your ornament is already white like these are on the back, it's important to paint them with a coat of paint anyway. So now I'm ready to add another color. So I think I'm going to do the doll's hair a reddish color. I'm going to put it in here next to the white. That way if it mixes with the white, it gets a little bit of lighter color to it. I'm just going to add a little. Remember, you don't need a lot of paint. I don't want you guys squeezing out all the paint, you know, making a big old mess and wasting the paint. You just need a little drop because you're only painting a tiny bit of ornament. And then because it's really small and detailed, I'm going to get a smaller brush and I'm just going to paint her hair. While I'm using the red, I'm going to plan what are the things I might want to do red. So, like for instance, I might want to do the heart on the side of the block red and some other things red. So I'm going to do that, and with all the red things that I want on my ornament.
So my ornament is basically almost done. It's a pretty simple one. I just want to put a layer of white on top of the last little star here, and then that'll pretty much wrap it up. You just want to do any little final fixes that you have. If you had any paint that's spread out to a spot that you don't want, patch it up. Like I said, have your buddy be the one who does most of the work. You can point out anything that you see that needs to be fixed or helped with, and if they're having a hard time with it, then obviously you can lend a hand and take over. But they should be doing, you know, at least some of the work, if not most of the work. And that way they get to feel like they are in charge.
So I'm finishing up my horse. I'm adding details. I put a yellowy color for the body of the horse. I made a peach face for the guardian doll. And I'm adding some more color on the mane. I'm going to finish it up. And it's important to pay close attention to detail, but not use too many colors or it'll get really messed up looking. So that's where I'm at right now. A good tip sometimes too is when you're doing like a round circle or an eyeball, sometimes it's easy to use the back of the brush, dip it in the paint, and then dip it right where you want it and it'll make a dot. Hopefully this will work. So see the dot, instead of trying to color the whole eye in a circle, you just take the tip of the paintbrush and you just make a dot.
My ornament is basically done, kind of like the Cowboys season, after losing, after being ahead, 26-3, and they still lost. Okay, sorry, I'm getting off. My ornament is done. To make it last so the paint doesn't chip, you would put some shellac on it. You can have the student put their little name on the back, perhaps, to mom and dad or whoever they're making the ornament for. And then you're going to get some string, and you can tie some string through the little ornament, if it works. But, again, kind of like the Cowboys not working very well, it's not working either. So, that's about it. And have fun, be respectful, be safe, be responsible.
So, as you can see, our ornaments have made their way to our tree. This one fits in really nice with all my little horsey ornaments. And the cowboy star is a little bit hidden.
Stupid Cowboys! Why?
Yeah, place is a bit upset. Anyway, kids, Merry Christmas and have fun. Bye.